Hi everyone, my name is Ganning, and today we're on week 2, step 8. And if you'll notice that we're also joined by Mark, who is, if you want to give a quick introduction.
Hey everyone, Mark again, senior developer advocate for Ably and also a big enthusiast of anything serverless on the Azure platform. So happy to help out here with another lesson. And yeah, we're still working on the lesson of pose song recommendation with age recognition. So we worked on an Azure function that connects to that's triggered by a Twilio text message, does the age analysis, and then comes up with which generation the image is recognized in. And what we're going to do today is actually create a response message that will connect the generation with a Spotify song.
Yeah, so this step is going to just wrap up our week 2 for us. If you'll notice that in our last week, what we did was we were able to send an image and then we were able to get back our current generation. And it says I'm in Gen Z, pretty cool. But now we're actually going to be getting a song, right? So that's what the overall goal of this is going to be to do. So yeah, first thing I will do, I will split screen this in VS Code so we can code while we're looking at the direction.
Oh yeah, and you need to add your screen to the stream.
Great point. There you go. Yep.
Yes.
Can you do this?
Yep.
Awesome. So this is our code from last week. And first thing that we're going to do is it says retrieve song URL from a JSON object right here. So Mark, do you want to give a quick overview? It can be super fast about what JSON is.
Yeah, so JSON is for an object notation, a JavaScript object notation, and that usually consists of keys and values. Exactly, thank you. And yeah, they can be pretty small like this, just one key or one value, but they can also have, the value can be nested, so that it can have keys and values again, and that can have keys and values again. So yeah, JSON can be a very tiny object, but it can also be a very big nested object. But it's a really flexible structure, and yeah, and most of the communication on the web these days is done with via JSON. It's a very developer-friendly way of exchanging data.
Yeah, exactly. So the way what we're going to be doing with this JSON object is, so we're going to give it an age or a generation. Sorry, it's called ID, and then we're going to be able to get back our Spotify song URL track, however you want to call that. So up to you. If I were you, I would just copy this because I don't like typing URLs particularly much. I tend to mess up.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and copy that. Put it in
Yeah.
VS Code. We'll see that Gen Z is the key right here, and we have a URL of this. You're curious about what this is. I'm curious. So, oh, Chinese New Year. Cool song.
Nice.
Okay.
And maybe I can also explain. So in this particular case, the data structure is like a dictionary, which has unique keys. So each generation is a unique key, and for each unique key, we have a value. It's a small addition.
Exactly. So if I were to put Gen Z in here, we're going to go into the songs JSON object or dictionary, if you want to call it that. And then we're going to be able to we're going to look at this key and we're going to just take this value, right? So Gen Z maps to this, Gen Y maps to this, Gen X to this, et cetera, et cetera. So after that, what we can say is const, we can just call this the song instead of value. And then we can pass in, what do we want to pass in, Mark?
We want to pass in the generation, and we capture that in the ID here. So that's our key for the dictionary value we want to
obtain. Okay. And then after that, we can just go ahead and create a const. We can just call this message because we're going to create a nice message for the user, because if we just sent them a random URL, that'd be pretty creepy, I think. So let's go ahead and say this is, it's this key. It's right above your tab key. At least it is on my keyboard. It's like it's
called a backtick, I think.
Yes, that's
yeah.
It allows you to like insert variables into strings. And you'll see what I mean by that in a second. So the message we're going to give them, if we just look at right here, it says, we guessed you're part of this. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this right here because that's what they want. We guessed you're part of this generation, insert generation. One way that you could do this, the reason backtick is pretty cool is you can just insert variables like that. So we guess that they're part of this generation, the ID generation, right? Because if you notice that ID, we stored Gen Z, Gen Y, Gen X, baby boomers, unknown. Then after that, we can say happy listening song link. go ahead and concatenate this as well. A song like that. That works perfectly fine.
Yeah, so this is called string interpolation, because in the end JavaScript will create a new string literal that's based on the characters that we type, but also what's within the $sign and the brackets there. So that value needs to be evaluated, and JavaScript will do that for us.
Yep. This is it's actually going to be exactly the same thing as if you just did something like constant message is equal to we guessed you're part of this generation. But then if you did plus ID plus.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that's string concatenation indeed. They are really gluing all the strings together. But interpolation, yeah, usually is a bit cleaner and it reads a bit easier, I think.
Yeah, that's both work. If it was this one, it just looks better. Yeah, we're gonna use that one. After that, we can just go ahead and return message, I believe. And go ahead and deploy this. We should be able to see the result. Go ahead and send that over. Then we'll pull up our song for you right here. You can look at the logs. Yeah. In the meantime, I guess, Mark, do you want to explain what the difference between context.res and like return is? Because when I started doing this, it kind of confused me.
Well, the context.res is the response object. We are calling Azure Functions an HTTP triggered Azure function. So that endpoint gets a request, an HTTP request, but what goes out again is a HTTP response. So that is a message that is a specific format, and using context.res, make sure we are formatting that result in the proper format that Azure Functions can return to whoever's calling this.
Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and pull this up right here. And then I will try to show this. Then I'm going to text an image of myself again, because I happen to have that on file. And then we'll look at this.
Yeah.
It's going to show it. And then it's just sent it. And it should call that.
I see the function logs going. Oh, yeah, there's a link. Yeah.
So now we have
a
link. If I click on that link, it takes me to Spotify. And then it starts playing.
Wow, it worked. Nice.
Work. I'm very curious. What if we sent another image? So.
Oh yeah. Because maybe you hard coded.
Maybe I hard coded
generation, right?
Yeah, exactly. So let's try to find. Mark, how would you feel if I took a picture of you on stream and then I just...
Oh, sure. Yeah, let's do that.
Whoops. I actually reviewed my bad. Let's see. I will try my best to take a picture right here. Okay. One moment. Opening up my camera. It's very slow. Okay. Smile. Okay. Can you see this?
Yep. Oh, I'm very curious now. Oh, dear.
Go ahead and click send, and then it will hopefully analyze this image. There we go. Gen X. Okay.
That's correct.
Click on this song.
Yeah.
Radar Lost.
Oh,
you know
nice. Yeah. I think it's even a Dutch band, and I'm from the Netherlands. So wow.
Oh,
I'm impressed. This is really personalized. Whoa.
That's interesting. But yeah, that's it for this step. Week 2, step 8. I go ahead and publish this. And yeah. Is there anything else that you want to add, Mark, before we end this here?
No, I think that's it. I think it's useful to know that there are different ways of actually combining strings together. So the string concatenation and string interpolation, and how JSON and dictionary structures work is, I think, useful. Yeah, I think that's it.
Cool. Well, thanks for watching week 2, step 8. That's it for this step. And week 2, please let us know if it helped. Yeah, thanks for watching.